The gameplay you guys just saw was done on the Inferno 2 in open world farm, Realm of Domination. The skills that I end up using were the Electrocute for the primary, Lightning Nova, Slow Time, Arcane Torrent, and then Disintegrate. And as for the set pieces, I was using 2 pieces of Virtus Urges to extend the beneficial duration of some of the skills and the gems I have, and then I was using 2 pieces of Feasting Baron to extend the harmful duration of some of the gems I have, like the Viper Bite and Seeping Bar, so I can leave the enemies behind with the poison and so they die off. And then I was using 4 pieces of Banquet of Ice. It gives me 15% increased damage whenever I apply a Viper Bite or Seeping Bile poison on the enemies, and also gives me a critical hit chance. So 4 pieces of Banquet of Ice, 2 pieces of Virtus Urges, and 2 pieces of Feasting Baron. That is what I was using. And before I go into the essences, it is very important that from the Reforged bonuses, you try and get beneficial duration increase on all your 8 pieces, and then skill damage and critical hit damage. That is going to be very important in PvE. And now moving on to the essences, I was using the headpiece for the slow time that increased the tick rate of harmful gems and some of the skills by 60%, which is huge. And then I was using the Sprite Spark chest for the Lightning Nova to get the movement speed and move unhinged through the enemy. And by the way, all of the pieces are awakened since I have rank 5 gems in all of my slots. Moving on to the shoulder, I was using it for the Disintegrate, basically having some nice AoE damage hitting everything as I move. And for the pens, I was using it for the Disintegrate again. Every time Disintegrate hit the enemy, it reduced the cooldown, and so I was moving really fast, applying the damage to everyone and making sure the Viper Bite trigger on all the enemies around me. And moving on to the first main hand, it is for the Arcane Torrent. Arcane Torrent now automatically target enemies around us, and it is somewhat a really good skill to use with the Eternal Gear. You have 2, 3 or 4 orbs circling around yourself that is also dealing damage and putting dot on all enemies as you move past them. And as for the second main hand, I was using it for the slow time to reduce its cooldown so I can have 100% uptime. Moving on to the first offhand, it is the Fanatic Spark to reduce the cooldown of the Lightning Nova and increase damage by 10% thanks to the Awaken slot. And as for the last offhand, it is a Siphon, not because it gives us 60% movement speed, but because it gives us a bit more cooldown for the skill itself, which is needed to keep the movement speed up at all time. Like you guys can see, I have 100% uptime for the skill, so try and get beneficial duration on all your pieces. That is going to be huge. And you can also try and get some skill cooldown from the set pieces. I'm signing off. See you all in the next one later, guys.